This video will be reaction to the discussion of Walk Horizon episode 14. The reaction is now going to commence.
Drink from around here.
It's all right.
By the way, isn't that dozen eggs magic bag?
Oh,
5 quest, get the magic bag.
okay.
Everyone does it eventually. Who is this guy?
Good question.
The magician of Mirror Lake. At your service, sir.
Regan.
Now wait a minute. Are you saying,
Oh,
for example, the main item for the 9 dungeons of the Halos raid was said to have been made by someone called the Mage of Mirror Lake?
oh.
That game developers will create a name for a person that you never see to make a quest more interesting.
Yep.
I didn't think he was real. This is an amazing chance to learn how this world works.
It is.
Magic is a curious thing. My own specialty is a little something that I like to refer to as world-class magic and enchantments.
What?
I'm not familiar with it.
Let's first classify magic by the spell's area of effect as tactical.
Wait.
Strategy.
He's a gamer?
National defense kit, or
Wow.
specifically the phenomenological perspective. Action class magic refers to those spells with an energetic
Okay.
response. For example, swinging a sword and fighting a monster of enemies is combat.
Okay.
And then there's 3 battles at a time.
Yep, makes sense.
Tactical goes one step further. A structure as large as a castle.
Yep.
Also destroy an entire dungeon? The game doesn't have spells like that.
Oh.
Strategic class would be a single spell that could decide the outcome of a war.
Yep.
Nation.
Yep.
And of course, continent class, a continent.
Indeed. World.
World class.
When the laws,
Indeed.
fates, or the very existence of an entire world.
This is interesting. I think they're only to a third class.
Behind spells that powerful.
Of my knowledge, there is one spell that's been cast 3 times.
Oh.
It's called the World Fraction Global Enchantment.
What?
The apocalypse.
Yep.
Tied into the matter.
Oh.
Of course. But I have questions for you too. The fraction spell. What happened with the other 2 uses?
Oh.
That is quite a long story.
What happened
Is
to-
that all right with you?
Okay.
Definitely.
First things first.
Right. Of course, world building secrets, everything will not be revealed today. I hate whenever anyone does this. Give me things one at a time. Why? But you're not utilizing it. Because you're not leading? You just
I must be missing something.
leadership.
Ago,
Okay, I'm
the world is
listening.
said to have been a far more prosperous place than today. These 4
Wow.
races lived together.
Right.
Quenjay were born.
What? What's up with this story?
Princesses?
Luquenje?
The spokes created the
Until 300 years
demi-human?
ago, there were no demi-humans.
The update of the game, maybe?
How they were created,
Huh. Over.
to the brink, and the world
And
sank into a dark
the second spell?
secrets to add allies to their numbers.
Oh.
And so, the cat people, Wolf Fang, to fight
The
demi-humans.
adventurers.
This also coincided with the creation of the precursors.
Adventurers.
Who?
As you know from the story of the game, precursors are considered to be legendary heroes.
Yep.
Discuss the precursors at another time.
Of course.
The
Yeah.
issue defeated.
Which is about the
Is
game.
he talking about respawns?
Yep.
In a zone.
Indeed.
There'd be nothing left for other players without respawns. No fights, no experience points.
So
no
they just
leveling
come
up.
back, obviously
However,
enough.
Today,
Yeah, I know what's
this
respawning,
wage
mate.
after the first
I
war
play
of
games from time to time.
united this world,
Yep, the adventurers. Yep.
which heralded the appearance of the adventurers.
Why did you want to talk to me about all
Good
this?
question.
But you're a master mage. You
Huh.
might have a better understanding of this than they do.
I see.
Our history books started detailing the deeds of the master mage Shiro 98 years ago.
Oh.
98 years ago? I know you can't be that old, my lord.
No, 5 minutes of playing time is equal to an hour on the game timer.
Huh.
So 98 of their years is a little more than 8 years for us.
Interesting. The Tea Party.
Of course, that's when I started playing Elder Tales years ago.
Yep.
Or 20 years ago for us.
It is
That
interesting.
makes sense too.
Yep. How very interesting. Oh, damn. They're not gonna talk more.
They knew all about the steam engine.
What?
And we know they had spies crawling all over the place.
It's nothing to worry about now. What about a few years from now?
That's a good question.
Thinking about yesterday?
I am thinking about yesterday too.
The information that flows to the mind from the body, which senses light, has been cut off.
Okay.
Then the its power to transport the adventurer
Yep.
to the cathedral. You're aware of this, I'm sure.
Of course.
Hypothesis that my master and I were researching.
It is true, which is interesting that
Did
they
you
just...
consider the possibility that...
Body, of course, being anima.
So you're saying, wouldn't that mean that memories could be lost every time someone reincarnates?
Well, now that you mention it,
That...
I don't see how someone could go through something that traumatic and not lose a memory or two.
Wow.
Old fractured
Consequences.
parts of existing-
Does that mean we could wind up losing our memories as well?
It does mean exactly that, Shiro.
The real world disconnect meant it didn't hurt us.
Uh-huh.
However, now our psyche and anima, they're in the same
Oh,
place, so we don't
that's
get the protection.
unique.
It means our memories and our experience points are now the same, but irreplaceable. If we die, we'll lose our memories.
Indeed. Yep. Maybe with time, though.
It may be no more than just a little forgetfulness. You forget and you don't realize you did.
Yep.
Just think if you forgot about the real world for a while.
Yep, it is.
Okay?
Yes.
I mean, that would cause a lot of panic if you give it to everyone. It is interesting with the kids, though. Because obviously enough Natsu and the other teachers, they're not thinking of the consequences, because for them... Yeah, this is a nerve-shattering review, and Shiro should probably say it as quickly as possible.
See. Well, in that case, I guess I could.
Haha, sure.
I'll gladly escort you.
Say something.
Oh, you guys. Today I'll finally.
The change?
Look, you guys. We need to discuss what we're gonna do, or we won't be able to win this.
Okay. Some growth for her at the very end. World building, consequences, absolute interesting character development, and yeah, world building, character development stuff, everything fusion, intriguing, my mystery. Yep, stuff, other words that are relevant to the episode. So, just like I said, I will try to go in a little more detail, because I feel like maybe I was a little too vague with my explanation of the episode. So, the backstory of this world, rather the world building, yeah. So, it is interesting, apparently from the perspective of these humans, the creation of Elder Tale, that's a very unique idea. So what I'm getting is that the person that created the game, or people, simply, certain people that came up with the idea of the game, and the backstory and everything, were given the... Maybe they thought of the game with just dreamt about it or something, and that's the world-shattering magic spell. And obviously enough, the different classes of the spells, the continent magic, everything, so on and so forth. To me, it looks like the master magic that is possible to cast within Elder Tale with the adventurer's current possibilities, the easy spells, which actually leads to creating new magics, new spells. I'm so excited. I'm super excited. Oh, I'm really, really excited about this. I really am enjoying the Lock Horizon. Anyway, as I was saying, it appears that I believe adventurers are, as a maximum at the moment, when it comes to simple skills, probably only on tactical level, which was just being able to deal with multiple groups at once. Or maybe on the castle level, but nothing beyond that. Obviously enough of the fact that magic can... I mean, we don't know whether magic can be... I mean, we do know that you have to treat this as if it is the real world, so maybe creating new types of magic is absolutely possible. I'm going to assume it is. We know that, I mean, if the people of the land can use magic, why adventurers? Adventurers probably could use the same type of magic too, so... Yeah, there's also the thing with the guys that were summoned, the heroes that save everyone. That's so interesting too. We learned of the respawn rates, of how this works, of the costs of using world level magic. Which means that we're also getting a possibility of maybe how everyone can go back home if they use the world level magic. Although we don't know how world level magic exists in general. And also the incredible news that actually being sent to the cathedral has a lot of consequences. To me, that is definitely enough of a consequence to make sure that you never actually get eaten by a monster or anything like that. So, I mean, obviously enough you lose experience as well, which is... It's annoying, but obviously enough if you're immortal and live forever, because they said 90 years, you've been here for 90 years or something with Shiro, and I guess that means that their bodies are probably immortal in certain ways. We'll see. Anyway, where I was going with that is... there is a very good chance that if you get sent to the cathedral enough times, or maybe even revived by magic, which is not the cathedral, You might forget completely who you are. Which, that is just a way to remove someone forever. It really is. Indeed, it doesn't remove them forever and they're still a person and can make new memories, but in a way, it is a true end that is crueler than just ending the life of someone, so that's something incredible. To me, that alone gives a lot of stakes to why the party shouldn't give up and should give everything they have to make sure that they survive. Which also leads to, is Shiro going to share all of this information? There is also the thing with the elves and their backstory, how they were kind of cheated, and the elf women that were reborn, and not reborn, but some of the elf women that survived and plunged the world into chaos, destroying absolutely everything. It is interesting, it really is. Honestly, Log Horizon is not the most creative or most beautiful animation of all time. Although I disagree, I think there are definitely some very creative and interesting elements within this, and I really do enjoy the backstory, especially with this new art mystery, because yeah, clearly enough, this guy who was a very, very big deal, has a lot of secrets. And honestly, I just want to make another reaction soon. I just want to make one more reaction on this, just because I'm so intrigued in the story of all of this. On the other hand, I should do other things today, so I really hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. I would love to talk more, but as I always say, I'm 50 episodes behind. So there's a video there, you can subscribe to my channel there. Hope you enjoyed this as much as I did.